Hey there everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys Prototype 2 build of the Attack of Victor Tran game that I've been working on. This build has a lot, and I'm very excited to show you guys it. The first thing that I've added in this build since the previous build is, of course, this start screen here, which allows me to actually talk about the game before starting to play it, instead of just showing off the code, which right now is closed source. The start screen explains everything about the game, the gameplay and how to play, and the storyline even. It even displays all the enemy types and their health values, and even all the weapon types. And as you can see, I've added homing missiles to the game, which are new in this rewrite version of the game. They weren't in the 2017 build. Homing missiles I will show off soon. Let's play the game and see how it goes. One thing to know is that in this build, I have actually changed the way the game renders, so that it renders at a fixed resolution. It renders at 1080p no matter what, but it will take note of your aspect ratio and take that into account. So if you're a boomer or a dinosaur or a masochist and you have a 4:3 aspect ratio monitor, the game will run at 4:3, but it'll be 1080p. I did this because whenever I was first working on the port, I developed it to run at 1080 or at 4K on my 4K monitor. And I didn't stop to think that other people might have different resolutions, including myself on my laptop. So I tried the game this morning on my laptop in the living room and everything was completely broken, so I hastily implemented a fix for it, and that is to render the game at 1080p. I can get away with that because it's pixel art based, even though the sprites don't show that. It will eventually be pixel art based, it's just I haven't gotten around to replacing the sprites. So I don't have to worry about things like MIP mapping and anti-aliasing and the weird artifacts you get when you scale a game down. So there's that. So the game will run at 1080p no matter what. I probably might lower that resolution though because there's a lot of stuff going on screen and the game is kinda chugging here and there. It should be noted, however, that my computer is incredibly fast, and is definitely not your average Walmart computer, so the fact that it's struggling to run the game suggests a problem with the game, and not a problem with the screen resolution. Anyway, back to pre-editing Michael, because as he said, I can fix that. Problem is there's a lot of bullets on screen doing hit detection and stuff like that. And all the enemies do them too. Anyway, the way the game works is once you get to 40% upload, which I have just now, some more enemy types will start spawning in. Like this annoyed Victor Tran, who will fire bullets at you and home in on you. Also, all enemies deal damage toward you when you run into them, which is new in this build. And the health system itself is turned on, so you can die. Another thing that I've rebalanced in this build is actually EMP grenades, which in the previous build, they immediately killed everybody on screen. Instead, in this build, they deal some damage to everybody on screen, which will kill all of the... Oh, and I just lost the game. That's great. Game over. Final score, 17,790. That's not too shabby, actually. I've never actually beaten the game without cheats, so that's something to know. Anyway, let's try again. Anyway, as I was saying, in the previous build, the EMP grenade would kill everybody on screen, and that was kind of overpowered. And in this build, they now, deal 50 damage to all enemies on screen, which will kill all of the derpy trans, because they're all 25 HP. But it won't kill all enemies in one shot. Alright, let's try to not die. There's not a lot of room. Alright, I'm gonna try to get to 40% upload. Alright, let's mess with some cheats, since this is getting a little bit awkward. The first cheat in the game, which is named after my favorite Pokemon trainer, replenishes your health. Type in his name, and you get 1000 HP. The next cheat which is named after a defunct VPN company, advances the upload progress by 5%. The third hate, Super Nuke, does exactly that. It spawns 20 EMP bombs all at once, killing pretty much everybody on screen. It's also the ending, or the game end effect, so it's how it gets rid of all the enemies on screen whenever you have a game over or you beat the game. So that's fun. The fourth and final hate skips us straight to the boss battle, which hell off in another round because we're almost at the boss battle. And there he is, the man himself, Victor Tran. And his AI has been basically completed. He'll spawn in 3 angry Victor Trans to shoot missiles at you and protect him. These missiles are homing missiles, and they seem a little bit buggy, but they're working. Anyway, he'll kill these. And once you kill them, Victor will start shooting bullets all over the place at you. So there's that. And then he'll spawn them in again. Ooh, we killed them. Alrighty. So now the upload continues. And we're done. And my phone went off. That was great. Anyway, processing 95%, which is the game's weird way of saying, you win. We beat the game. It will tell us our final score, and it'll tell us to press enter to play again. Anyway, now that I've completed the round, there is a final hate in the game, which is named after a very, very popular phenomenon, if you know Victor Tran, from back in 2017 with OS First Timers YouTube channel. If you can remember that phenomenon and what it was called, type it in, all lowercase, and all one word, and the boss battle will appear. There's also an interesting bug where if you kill an angry Victor Tran before they've all had a chance to spawn and switch to defending mode, a new Victor Tran will spawn in to replace it, which is funny. I'm gonna treat that as a feature though. It's not a bug, it's a feature. We need a little bit of help from that health hate.
For your fucking life.
And just like that, you are safe. We've won, with a final score of 19,060 points. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little dev update for the Angry Victor Tran, or Attack of Victor Tran game, and I hope you guys enjoy playing it. It's definitely not the most elaborate game ever, but it is something, and it does prove my programming skill. There are some performance issues in it, but it's a lot better than it was like in 2017, and of course this is only a prototype build, so it's nowhere near done. I'm definitely gonna work on it some more, but after this, it's probably not gonna be all the time that I work on it. If I find any significant fixes I can make, or I come up with any features that are really unique to the shooter genre, as in things that might be interesting in the game, but that you don't typically see, and I can figure out how to program them, I'll definitely do so. Anyway, I'm gonna move on to greener pastures and work on some other projects in the meantime. And with that said, I've been Michael, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Watch out, they are coming to fight you. Your